My name is Sabrina and I'm from Italy. I've been always playing video games on PC, on consoles, and my first game ever has been The Sims. That is not competitive, but I liked it very much. I started playing League of Legends when I was 12. I wouldn't have ever thought about being here today because I started playing for fun and not professionally, you know. I started playing the ranked games and I started climbing. This team that are made of Tifa, Wolf, Kian and Karina contacted me on Facebook and I did tryouts and I'm here. We are becoming a family, a real family. So it's just not a game. When we have problems, we are there for each other. A really important skill is being flexible with people, with the environment, with changing, because League of Legends is a game where you have to be flexible because it changes every 2 weeks. You will always be changing your teammates and so on.
No comment, no pop. Wolf running in the base of Karen with 2 stacks of super minions. They're moving in on the Nexus towers, and only Genie and Snow are left alive to try to defend it. Grow Up BU against all odds. They're gonna take the first game of these semifinals against Team Karen.
I like the environment. I like the people that are in here. I like the fact that it's all organized, planned, and as the first experience I have, it's like, wow.
I'm Jessica. I'm from the most livable city in the world, in Melbourne, Australia. I've been playing video games probably since I was 2-3 years old, and one of my first video games that I ever played was Mortal Kombat on Nintendo. I got into Counter-Strike when I was 10 years old, and my brother left his computer on, and I just kind of hopped on, and I was curious, and I started playing. Counter-Strike is really unique. I don't know what it is about first-person shooters and the strategy behind it, and kind of the mechanics, but it's something that just interested me. I don't see it like a fantasy game, like I don't like guns in person, but I like the mechanics behind the games. I think having just really good in-game spatial awareness and just awareness is really important. Other than that, you need good work ethic and you have to be motivated because a lot of this is passion. You have to be very passionate about the game. I think we're coming in as underdogs, so we might have a few surprises for a lot of the teams, yeah. One of my personal expectations for the future is that more sponsors start looking at Australia, we have more tournaments in Australia, we get recognised for more international tournaments. And for me personally, I want to be a kind of like a full-time salaried gamer.
I'm really happy that Dubai has this event called GIRLGAMER. It inspires the youth, especially women in the gaming industry, to pursue this as a career.
GIRLGAMER definitely brings a lot of excitement and what it can actually be, and it's going to be a great showcase to everyone who is interested in esports.
People get to know the scene, they get to know the girls, and this is a big show in here on the stage when you get to see, when you get to cast for them, when you get to feel what they feel.
It's really nice to have like that sense of community where everyone can just meet and just be like real life friends instead of just online.
The girl gaming community is definitely growing. I think more and more girls and women are learning that they can love video games and comic books and everything about pop culture. So I think it's probably the biggest group of gamers right now that's on the rise.
My name is Ksenia Klinkova. My nickname is Vilga. I'm from Moscow, from Russia. I'm 28 years old. I started playing video games very long time ago when I was 5-7 years old. We used to play Mortal Kombat and all this like duo games. And then I started playing Mario on it, and it was like my favorite game for a very long time. When I was 13 years old, my uncle gifted me my own PC. I started playing Counter-Strike, and that's my favorite game since then. Every situation can be played so differently, you know, there are like so many variations and outcomes, and everything depends on your decision and how right and fast your decision is. It's challenging a lot, so you have to think all the time. Like we practice 6 to 8 hours, you know, per day. When we come to big tournaments like this, we have to also analyze our opponents' games, like to, you know, download their games and to watch what they do, so we kind of know what to expect from them.
The smoke will slide them into the fire of Vilga, who actually almost gets a double there. She'll finally get it. Thea will take out Vic and Art will take out Vilga, but Claudia collapses back onto Rain, and it's now a 2v2.
I really think we can win. Our team consists of really experienced players. We had only like 3 weeks or a month to prepare for this tournament, so we tried to like spend every possible minute for the practice. I believe we are pretty much prepared, and we're here to win.
Every year, the gameplay level of the teams increases exponentially, mainly due to the increased interest in females in esports.
You can see it's a growing industry all over the world, not just in Asia, not just here in the Middle East.
The GIRLGAMER event has been great. I've met such passionate players, and I've seen such an energy put into this event, and I can't wait to see more from it.
As I say that, they are executing on B. Milk is here. She whips her shots. She does a lot of damage, though. Emily with the instant trade onto Anna, and now it's down to a 4v4. Again, Vilga with the pick onto Arsar. This is exactly what I was talking about, the fast flank coming in. Vilga, beautiful, absolutely stunning.
The showcasing of talent was insane. I can't wait, like I said, to see even more, because I'm pretty sure in the next few GIRLGAMERs we're going to have a lot more teams competing.
We just did a panel about women in the gaming and pop culture industry, and it was really cool. We had a few different female guests. You know, one of them is a cosplayer, one of them is in media, and so it was just really interesting to meet these other guests and kind of hear about all these different sides of the gaming industry and how women are taking on different jobs and helping to kind of expand the gaming industry. It was really cool.
Representing the UAE, let's hear it for Galaxy Racer Esports!
My name is Madiha Naz, and I am from Pakistan, representing the Middle East from the UAE. I started playing video games from as long as I can remember. The first game I started with was RuneScape, And then I quit for a bit and I moved on to League of Legends in 2015.
Tail used hers, but mid has hers.
How I got into League of Legends was kind of a funny story. I used to go after school to the gaming cafes that they have here in Dubai, and my friends just started teaching me and I went on from there. They quit, but I stayed playing. So when the Girl Gamer Dubai Festival was announced, I got in touch with the organizers of the event and I was like, there has to be a team representing the Middle East. They made it possible and opened a registration for the Middle East to join in. And luckily enough, there were a lot of players from the UAE and people from different countries around the Middle East as well registering, and that's how Team Galaxy Racer was formed. What I like the most about League of Legends is the competitive nature of it. I like the fact that every time you go into a game, it's a different one, it's a different challenge, and you can basically play it in a different style. The most important skill set that I would say a League of Legends player should have is team play, being able to adapt to every situation, being able to adapt to your team that you get in solo queue or maybe a 5v5 game. What I think about the Girl Gamer Festival being held here in Dubai is that it brings such joy to our country. This is where I grew up. Majority of my teammates are Emiratis. We are extremely happy to be able to present women in competitive sports here in the country, and we hope to make every one of you guys here proud.
We really want to show what the girls are feeling right now as a professional or even student or amateur players, and how they're feeling, and also what the future they're looking at.
My name is Bárbara do Prado and I'm from Brazil. I started playing League of Legends when I was 14 years old in 2012. When a friend presented me the game and I got really addicted very fast. What I like in League of Legends is that it's a very fast and competitive game. I used to play with my friends and I was having a lot of fun, but at the same time I was like, I need to win this. I would describe myself as a very competitive person. All the games I play, I'm like, I need to win this, I need to be the best, and I'll study and do my best to be a great player.
He's not afraid of going in with that Bramble Vest 2v1 as Nova starts stacking the Shelly on that top lane. And like you said, all that cash is going straight for G-May.
We started the Girl Gamer tournament as Gatos de Juliette, an independent team, and ended being Team Nova. I think to be a pro player, you have to know how to control your emotions very well. You have to know your body and your head.
Oh, look at it! Out of the blue, we're biting back with Valinor, Super Mega Inferno Bomb, dealing so much damage. And Freya with the world and the reset after reset after reset, wiping the floor of Innova.
You are the fastest.
My name is Maja Henkel and I'm from Sweden. My first games must have been the basic ones, being like Sims and Minecraft when I was 10. But when I got introduced to League by my older sister when I was 13, I got really competitive. I think we all get along really well, and especially when we're together in real life on events like this, we bond even more, and I think that's really nice. I wasn't in the team when they started it, but they started by playing in France and not female tournaments. But when they were looking to start playing in female tournaments, they also were looking to replace two of their players, and that's how I joined, because I was playing Jungle at the time. My dream is to one day be at a level where I can compete with the best players, so not only female tournaments, but playing in mixed teams and competing at a higher level.
As we do see Jiu trying to follow up a little bit too late. Look at the culling over the wall, looks good, but Jiu dies too quickly. Lolly tries to get the punch. The haymaker takes down Shiny.
I remember GIRLGAMER before the Madrid. I remember watching it and thinking, oh wow, I really would like to compete there, and I'm really sad that I'm not playing in a team. Like, that could be me, you know. And then the next year I was playing in Madrid, so I think that was really exciting. I think GIRLGAMER is the only host of female tournaments that's at this level right now, and that's really good.
In terms of magnitude, this year was far and wide the largest GIRLGAMER we've had to date. It's also been the most challenging for all of the teams involved. The qualifiers have been much more demanding. The teams have been much more filtered out. There's been a lot more talent because the GIRLGAMER as an event is getting traction all over the world.
So where she uses it is super important, and as I say that, she pulls out her smoke and completely dies to Kelly. Vic coming into the site is down to a 1v1. Off versus off, Anna jumping around with her pistol. Emily, they both have pistols out. What's going on? And Emily finally wins the fight.
My name is Carolyn Noquez, and I'm from California. I started playing video games when I was 8 years old. Honestly, actually, ever since I was a kid. I think the first game that I ever picked up was Quest for the Save and Yak, or it's a Ren and Stimpy game on the Sega Game Gear. So it was like a really big handheld device that took like 8 AAA batteries. I got into Counter-Strike because I had 2 older brothers that played Counter-Strike. And so I'd sit behind them every day, watch them play on the computer, and we'd fight over the computer and who got to play till eventually I saved up enough money and built my own. I was fortunate enough to sign my first contract when I was 18 years old. That was when I first started playing professionally. This year in Dubai, we have Thea, who's our young gun. She's a new up-and-coming player. She's been someone that we've kind of always had our eye on, someone that we knew that eventually we'd be able to pick up and kind of mold her into the player that we need her to be. And she's filling the role perfectly fine. I think we have a lot of confidence going into this tournament again, and we're ready to get the 3-peat.
1v3. Can she do it? She knows that there's too many people looking at her. Her attention.
If I had to limit it to 3 things that were really important in Counter-Strike, the first thing would be your mechanical skills. I think it's really important to be able to have good hand-eye coordination and be able to move your fingers around to different keys, be able to move properly in game and strafing. There's a lot of different things that go into the movement in Counter-Strike, so I think that's really important. Another thing is communication. Be able to communicate properly to each other. I know that's difficult for some teams that don't have the same native language, but communicating in-game also when you're talking with your team about what kind of plays to make, what kind of strategies you're gonna run, keeping things short and simple. If I had to say a third thing that's really important, I think having fun. Never forget why you started playing the game. I know like you can be really passionate and super competitive, but I think it's important to always have fun when you're playing. When we first found out that this tournament was gonna be here in Dubai, I could not believe my ears. Like, I was so excited. This is a place I never thought that I'd be able to visit. So we were really excited to come here. As soon as we got here, I was just like astonished at like all the skyscrapers, seeing the tallest building in the world. Like, it was really cool to just like sit there and kind of soak it all in and like, wow, I'm actually really here, you know, in the Middle East, which is kind of like, I'm half Assyrian, so like I'm Middle Eastern, and I was really excited to come here because I'm like, oh, I get to like experience like the culture and everything like that. I didn't realize how modernized it was though, so that's pretty interesting to see.
My name is Claudia. I'm from Brazil. I live in São Paulo, but I am from the south of Brazil. I started to play because my brothers say, that's girl playing Counter-Strike and they have to go to the LAN house. So we went to the LAN house and I started to play there like 19 years ago. And I love it. It was my first game and I still play until now. When you start to play, you want to be good. So I played a lot to be good. I love it. And the team, the prac and everything was like fit for me. To become a professional, you have to have like 3 skills. You have to play for the team. You can just think about yourself and you have to become better. Every time the game is always change. You have to study the game. You have to focus on what you are doing. So you have to think about the team too. We work hard for like a month, like very hard. We play 8, 9, sometimes 10 hours per day. It is very nice to have people there who cheering for us so much, and we receive a lot of messages. I receive a lot of messages, a lot of friends. Friends mine crying about it, say that they are very proud about us. And my mom say they pray a lot for me to win and for my team to like be together in that time, and we concrete that. This was like the best thing in our life, and the crew and everything was amazing. We went to the center of Dubai, we went to the Dubai Mall and to the downtown. It was amazing, the city is wonderful. When you get out of the plane, we see all the lights, we saw everything, and you say, oh my God, this is Dubai. It's like one of the big cities in the world. So this is one place I want to be, and now I'm here, so I love it. I love it a lot.
Yep, out they come towards Long. Thea in the pin position with a deagle, but doesn't manage to get the kill. She gets those 2 hits, and so much damage is done to Vilga, but it is not enough. Emily on site, she's whiffing her shots. Now is not the time to be whiffing. What a beautiful, beautiful take. These teammates are working so well together on the assassin side. Rain has nothing that she can do, and it's all down to Milk. This is not how it was supposed to go down. 1v5. What do you do at this point, Milk? Nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, say hello. Congratulate your brand new,
So for now, we're seeing female competitive gaming teams. But if the girls get even better, then we may see a future where those girls will play together with men, and we'll see more like teams with the mixed genders, and that's going to be really exciting to see.
The festival grew over years, so I'm really looking forward into the future to see how big it will become. And if you look into several types of games, as our data shows, the girl community already is big. Really, GIRLGAMER Festival helps women to understand, hey, I can become a pro athlete, so why don't I just put some hours into it, do proper training, and then become a professional athlete.
We're going to see a lot more teams, we're going to see a lot more talent coming in, and just prepare, because a lot of these girls might get picked up from mixed teams as well.